Mission 3 of my Kuban campaign, I'm going to fly one of the US Lend-Lease planes, the P39 L-1 Airacobra. It's phase 2 of the campaign. Let's take a look at what is going to happen during this phase.
The Soviet 56th Army is ordered to continue their advance westward and break through the German Blue Line. On April 29th, Soviet forces move on the Krimskaya area and try to encircle it. Armored units on the ground and Sturmoviks in the air lead the attack. German forces fight fiercely to hold the line. They bombard the Soviet attackers with artillery and airstrikes. Stukas and HS-129s try to knock out Soviet armor. German air superiority begins to wane in the Kuban. Many new Lend-Lease Soviet fighters are now in theater and enter the battle. American-built P39 Airacobras and British-produced Spitfires are seen in the skies over the Kuban. Aerial clashes erupt in the sky, resulting in the second major air battle of the Kuban front. Soviet pilots start to even the score with their German counterparts. The days of Barbarossa are long gone. Soviet pilots employ improved tactics and better aircraft of all types, improving their kill ratio. Liberating Krimskaya comes at a cost, though. Soviet command orders a switch to a defensive posture until the end of May because of heavy losses and depleted reserves. The Battle of Kuban will continue for several more bloody months.
Okay, so let's have a look at the frontline map for phase 2. It's actually the same as it was for phase 1. The Kuban Blue Line has not yet moved, although Soviet forces are pushing into Krimskaya. My P-39 squadron is based at Popovicheskaya, and our mission today is to defend the airfield at Abinskaya. We're straight into the mission, approaching Abinskaya from the northeast. There is the airfield at my 1 o'clock. Just 4 planes from my squadron in this mission, 2 P-39s and 2 P-40s. The most notable feature of the P-39 is probably the 37mm nose-mounted cannon. It also has a pair of 12.7mm guns on top of the nose and a pair of 7.62mm guns in each wing, so it packs quite a punch. As we get closer to the airfield, I can see that there's a flight of planes taking off. It's a flight of Yaks. This is the Model 7B, Series 36. Just as the Yaks have lifted, the red flare has gone up on the airfield. Enemy planes are inbound. I've gone to combat power on my engine settings. Just get 15 minutes of combat power in this plane, so I'll have to keep an eye on that. I can see the enemy planes coming over the river there at my 1 o'clock. I'm going to take the camera across the map to show you where they are. There are 6 HS-129s escorted by 4 Bf-109 G4s. I'm going to leave the HS-129s for the Yaks to deal with and focus instead on the escorts. Quite a lot of anti-air gunfire going up from the airfield. The HS-129s have just gone through. I'm keeping my eye on the escorts. There's one peeling off to the left now. He's in range of my guns. Let's see if I can land a hit with the 37mm. There we go, Bandit down. The Yaks did go for the HS-129s and managed to take a few of them down. I have a few planes in front of me right now. I'm going to stay focused on the 109s. I'm tracking this plane. I think he's trying to pursue one of my wingmen. But he's now realized I'm on his 6. I've landed a couple of hits with the 37mm, and that's another Bandit down. As luck would have it, I've got a damaged HS-129 crossing my nose. I got a few hits on him there. And that was enough to finish him off. All of the HS-129s have now either been destroyed or turned away. There's just one Bandit left in the area. It's a 109 and it is up ahead. One of my wingmen is in the area, so we're both going after this Bandit. I almost had him but missed my cannon shot. Let's see if my wingman can do any better. He's in the P40E. Close but no cigar. I'm back on his tail, but I'm going to have to drop out of combat power in a moment. I'm struggling to get into a lead position. But just as I drop out of combat power, he turns across my nose. There's the hit with the cannon, and that is a 4th Bandit down. that's the mission complete. It's time for me to egress. My wingmen have already gone, so I'm on my own. I've gone slightly off course and I've managed to stray into enemy territory. Here's the map of where I am. After shooting down the 109, I should have gone northeast back to Abinskaya. But instead, I've gone northwest towards Krimskaya. And in so doing, I've managed to aggro a second flight of 109s. I've got 6 planes now chasing me over Krimskaya. I'm surfing the treetops to avoid getting hit. One of the bandits does take shots, hits his own wingman, and puts a few holes in my port wing. Thankfully, there's no significant damage. Control surfaces are all okay. I'm now some 40 kilometers away from Krimskaya on my way back to base. I've still got 4 bandits chasing after me. I've dragged them towards a friendly airfield, and I'm hoping there are some anti-air guns around to help me out. But there's no activity on the airfield. I'm just going to have to carry on to base. Thankfully, a short while later, the bandits give up and disengage. I've made it back to base, coming in to land. There we go, mission accomplished, 4 aircraft destroyed, 3 109s and a HS-129. My wingmen all made it back alive. Only one of them in the P40E scored a kill. Thanks for watching, see you next time.